Good morning, world. I am Judy, your web-based therapist, making therapy accessible and convenient for our clients in Florida and New York, and of course, sharing information worldwide. Today, I want to talk about 5 quick tips for reducing anxiety in a pinch. These do not in any way replace the anxiety treatment that you would have, especially if you have a diagnosed anxiety disorder. You would still continue with your treatment. These are just 5 things that in a pinch could come in handy, could be helpful in helping you provide some relief. But before I get into that, I want to take a quick moment and say if you are subscribed, thank you so very much for being a part of our awesome world. If you are not yet subscribed, please take a moment and click the subscribe button below so that you can join our world of awesomeness. And remember to tick the bell so that you are notified when I post new videos so you don't miss anything. And of course, if you'd like to purchase 1 or 3 of my books, there's also a link below that will take you to a site that shows you all your different options of places where you could get 1 or 3 of my books. Okay, let me get back to it. First, practice controlled breathing. There are many different types of, or many different techniques that you can do to work on controlling your breathing. But the important thing is to work on it when you don't need it. Because when you get used to practicing something in a moment when you are calm, in a moment when you are in control, you get to be good enough at it, and you get to make it a part of your routine. You get to develop the skill so that when you are in a pinch, you're able to turn to it, because it's not now that you're learning, okay, so is it 1, 2, 3, breathe, or breathe 1, 2, 3? Like whatever technique that you are going to pick, whatever technique that you want to work on, and pick a few different ones, test them out. And when you test them out, you can decide, okay, I like this one, I don't like that one, this one works fast, this one does not seem to work as well. Just take the time, find a few different techniques that you are at least going to give a shot. Once you pick a few, practice them. Practice them in, random Tuesday practice, where things are not going on, where nothing major is going on, where you just are learning to control your breathing, where you are just learning how to gain that, build that muscle or develop that muscle, so that when you are in a pinch, when things are tough, you're able to naturally go to it, because that's the goal, to be able to naturally go to something when you are in trouble. 2, meditation or physical activity. Anything that you can do to help you decompress, to help you de-stress will help. The controlled breathing, it could go well with the meditation, but sometimes, taking that separate time for meditation is also important. And the physical activity, this could be anything: walking, rigorous exercising, anything that you can do to help you de-stress. And those are things that you would do, maybe especially before you encounter a stressful situation. But sometimes after you've been in a situation that was anxiety producing, and you need to just take a moment and cool off and calm down so that you can get back into where you need to be, so that you can get back into your action mode. Taking the time to go for a walk, taking the time to go to the gym, taking the time to do a few stretches, meditation, and breathing. Those 3 work really well together. If you're able to get comfortable doing those, it would help significantly. 3, storytelling or visualization. Storytelling is used in a lot of different places, in a lot of different ways in mental health. But in this case, it's use telling yourself a story about your situation, the situation where you are in, or sometimes preemptive storytelling, where you create a visual. You tell yourself the story of how you want things to go. You tell yourself the story of you kind of script how you want this event to go, how you want this meeting to go, how you plan to show up in this whatever that occasion is. Preemptively designing an interaction, because that way you're you kind of get a preview of what's going to happen, and it helps you feel a little bit more in control of the situation because you've kind of done a brief, kind of like a run through. And sometimes even when you are in the situation, it could, if you work hard, if you work enough at it to become comfortable enough at it, you may even be able to create and, develop a story while you're in the middle of a situation. Visualizing is another really good way. It pairs with the storytelling because if you're doing descriptive storytelling, you're going into all the details and visualizing a situation as you want to see it happen, as you want to experience it. So those could be a way to create the story, to design the story in the way that you want it to go, in a way that you're comfortable with it, in a way that is in a way that works out in your favor. How about that? 4, tangible stress relievers. Those could be anything. It could be something as simple as a bracelet that you maybe a bracelet that you have that you play with. Not this one, because this one is loud. But something that you play with, something that you could hold in your hand, something that you can help you shift that anxious energy from your brain and all the stuff it's doing to your body and just compartmentalizing it somewhere. Maybe in a, what do you call it? Maybe in a, anything it could be. That's why one of the reasons that fidget spinners were such a big deal a few years ago, even though they didn't last. You can have things like stress balls. You can have anything that you find that you can keep with you, keep in your pocket. It could be a simple stone that maybe the coldness of the stone, maybe the warmth of the stone after it has been in your pocket. Anything that you can use to help you redirect that energy to a different place, to somewhere other than, hey, all over the place where it is keeping you from being there, for where it's keeping you from doing the things that you want to do. So just make sure that, have somewhat of a tangible stress reliever. Stress balls, or is it called stress balls? Yeah, stress balls are really good ones. This one, you have to be home to use it. Yes, you should definitely make sure you're home or in a private space. Weighted baths. I like them. It works with the same concepts as weighted blankets, and sometimes, for dogs and I think other animals too. They use weighted shirts and stuff like that during holidays and thunderstorm. That it gives you that comfort. It gives you that, it marries that comfort of a weighted blanket with a nice warm bath. And it can be so relaxing. It could be so, I find that it helps. I've recommended it to a few people who have used it, and they find it gives you good results. But unfortunately, you can't use it while you're at this meeting and stressing. And one of the easiest way, because people often say, oh, I don't have the stuff. Yes, you do. A weighted bath is done using the simple things that you have at home, whatever you would, maybe you have specific scents that you use. Maybe you have specific candles that you use when you do baths. Do that, a relaxing bath, and add a few heavy towels on top of you. And the weight of the towels in the water will add the weight, or the towels in the water will add the weight to create that weighted bath. And of course, you just use one little towel, just use the heaviest towels that you have. And after that, you can just throw them in the washer or whatever it is that you need to do. But I have found that they can be very relaxing and they can be very helpful. Let's do a quick recap. 1, practice controlled breathing. Pick a few different techniques, work on them, get comfortable with them so that they could become second nature to you, so that when you actually need them, they will be there and readily available. 2, meditation and physical activity to help you get centered and as well as help you release whatever stress is going on. Storytelling or visualization, designing or building or creating the environment that you want to be in, creating a story to get you comfortable and prepare you for going into a situation. 4, tangible stress relievers. Those could be a stress ball, it could be a bracelet, it could be anything that you can hold in your hand that will help you, that you can redirect all that extra energy towards whatever that item is. And finally, the weighted baths, which are done with using your whatever normal bath that you use and a few heavy towels, just to give you that comfort, that relaxing, that safety, that security that you would get, from a weighted blanket or something, with the added bonus of a bath. Okay, yeah, that's it. As always, if you or someone you know happens to be going through something that's more than you can handle, please remember that there are professionals like myself who are available, able, and willing to help, and are even providing remote services who can assist with whatever you may have going on. So please figure out who those people are in your community so that if you need them, you can reach out and get the help that you need. And that is all we have for today. Good morning, world. Have an awesome day.